You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you. Please enter. Thank you. All participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
All right. Hope you had an incredible week. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling amazing. This has been quite a phenomenal week. If you've been tuning in with us the whole week, you know what I'm talking about. We've been getting busy, man. On Monday, where we always talk about mindset. I don't know how many of you tune in the whole week, every week. But we get here and we get busy for you. Some of you know, some of you don't. But every Monday we focus on mindset. So this past Monday we did a bunch of hacks on mental toughness. We gave you 5 different tricks for mental toughness. On Tuesday we covered 5 tips for mentorship that produces earners, right? Then on Wednesday, which is always about marketing, we focused these 5 marketing lessons from Apple Computer. And then that night on Obsessed with Success, we covered the art of forgiveness. Then on yesterday, Thursday, we talked about the 5 levels of leadership and how you go about climbing them. It's been a pretty robust week, right? If you missed any of those, you can go back to Millionaire Minded TV. But right now, I just kind of want you to rep your city. We want to know where you from. Last night we had our first Kaizen masterclass in a long time, where we were able to kind of all get together. I don't know how many of y'all made it, but we had a ball out there. But we about to do free coaching Friday right now. Rep your city. Let them know you in the house. All right, Ken. Glad you made it in this morning, man. K. Nicole. Yeah, share this thing, Queen. What's up, Gina? Glad you made it in. Okay, I see the Arkansas Facebook gang checking in. What's up, Chris? Glad you made it in. Crystal Clear is in the house. I love it. I love it. Mark the Spark up in this joint. That means Farmingdale, New York is in here. What's up with you, Samaya? Glad you made it in. Naire, what's up? What's up, Tess? Yo, if you enjoyed last night's masterclass, let me get some fire emojis. Let them know what they missed. What's up, Miss Mandy? Okay, Jasmine in the house. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, Tess? Yo, if you enjoyed last night, then let's get. Yo, I heard there was a blizzard going on in Chi-Town right now. Yo, that's crazy, man. I love living down south because we don't get as many blizzards. But let me tell you something. Woo, when they come, we are not prepared. You hear me? At least Chicago prepared. Chicago been having dump trucks and salt bags ready for the world. So at least you got that. But yeah, man, give me some fire emojis if you enjoyed last night's free masterclass. We did it up. What up, Toddy? Miami in the house. That's what I'm talking about. CC, the boss lady up in here. Yo-Yo in the house. Atlanta up in here. What's up? Let them know if you enjoyed last night's masterclass. We had a pretty robust week in general, but I feel like last night was a lot of fun. And it felt good to kind of get back in there with live classes. A lot of times we've been almost doing it like Netflix, where we'll play the something that's already recorded, but we have a lot of new content for you that's based on how you've been responding to the surveys that we throw out there. So I really appreciate everybody who has been participating and responding to the newsletter. And that's also where we get the questions for Free Coaching Friday. So I got 5 questions for you. I see we coming up at 5 after. We coming up at 7:35 here, so it's time for us to get this party started. But if you missed the format, if you missed the class last night, make sure you join the newsletter. All you have to do is, it was recorded. And the way we're doing it is you can come to the class for free, but you can purchase a recording for like $20 some. Just inbox me if you want the recording. It's literally pretty much still free. But that's how we doing it. Yo, if you want to join the master classes from now on, just enroll in the newsletter. Entrepreneurishment is the movement. Entrepreneurishment is the name of the newsletter. All you do is go to millionaireminded.com and throw that thing in there. All right, so let's get to it. Question number 1. What can I say to team members so they get on our weekly meetings, Mr. Ali? They are always using the excuse that nothing happened that week for them to get on. So is there anything I can say to encourage them? It sounds like this particular question is from somebody with a home-based business, because we're all, if you've ever done anything like that, we're all familiar with this. Check it out. Maybe you're meeting on Zoom, etc. For some, it might not be the right timing. That's just how it happens sometimes. But one thing you can do, whether you have 8 people getting on or whether you have 80 getting on, one thing you can always do, y'all, is you can teach them one new skill every single week. Listen to me. You ever heard a car commercial and they say, yeah, you know, you're going to get this BMW for $200 a month, and then they start going, blah, 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 all of that. What they saying in this, there's a small print, you know, basically they're telling you that they worked the margin into the price and all of that, but they get you in the dealership talking about 0% APR or no money down or some real low down payment. They use a hook to draw you in. My point is, if you're having trouble getting them on your meeting, maybe you need a better hook. Maybe you need to use some fun skill that you're going to teach that week as the hook. And then people will tune in. I don't care if you, like I said, if you got 8 or 80 or 800, I don't care if you got thousands of people on your Zoom every week, they'll get excited if there's one quick little tip. Or if you can pull somebody from the squad that has some kind of game for everybody else, and then you use that because you know in advance what it is to get everybody else under training. So that's what I would suggest if you're having the issue of not enough engagement with your inner circle. And again, I don't care if it's just 3 of you. You know, I'm working with a bunch of my mentees and we're going much smaller. It's like, yo, pick out 4 or 5 people you're going to work with, right? And let's just run with the runners. You know what I mean? Let's just pour into the ones that seem to have the most potential and the most power behind them, whether it's the power from the opportunities around them, the power from the resources, their internal power, as it feels like their belief in themselves, whatever it is that we see in them that's special. Let's focus on the ones that also see something special in themselves, you know. And what you can do for them is also give like good pieces of game every single week, and that will help. If you're ready for question number 2, then give me a number 2. If you finished kind of like if you finish going through your processes where you are writing notes for number 1 and you're ready for the second one, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Let's go. Let's go. And if anybody needs the replay link, just hit me up for it and we will inbox it to you. We will inbox it to you if you need the replay link for last night. If you're ready for the second question for Free Coaching Friday, give me a number 2. Give me a number 2. Let's get it. Let's get it. Give me a number 2. Let's go. If you have finished taking notes, give me a number 2 and then share this thing with somebody. Share this thing with somebody. Let's make it count. Everybody with me? All right. All right. Here's number 2. Here's number 2. Should I follow up with people who ghost me? So obviously this was somebody in sales. Should I follow up with people who ghost me? So I tell this joke all the time. I even told this joke last night on a masterclass, right? Where I was breaking down how when I first got in this world of you know, you only eat what you kill. One of my original mentors told me, oh, well, Hazik, you're going to have to hear 7 no's to get to a yes. And I thought they were talking about from the same person, you know. I don't know why that makes me laugh whenever I talk about it, because it's like, that's not what they meant. But it served me so well, because most times when people say no, what they're really saying is not you, not yet, I don't think I can, or I don't understand. A lot of times that's what they mean by saying no. They don't really mean no. They mean not you, not yet, I don't think I can, or I don't understand. But with that said, somebody write this in the comments. These are 2 thoughts that you may want to keep in mind when you're talking about following up with people. 1, it's not for everybody. 2, it's all about timing. Let's go. It's not for everybody. And 2, it's all about timing. If that's making sense to you, give it up for me. Give it up for me. It's not for everybody is one thought. And then another thought is that it's all about timing. Somebody see where I'm coming from? It's not for everybody, but it's all about timing. And then what you may want to do is share that with an entrepreneur, right? Here's what I mean. If you ask me at the age of 19, hey man, I got this play for you, that'll help you retire early. Listen to me. I would be less than interested. I would be way less than interested. It's like you would be, you know what I mean? But you ask somebody that after the age of 40, you ask somebody that after the age of 50, it hit different. Now, that don't mean you can't follow up in a couple months, but a lot of times what you said just didn't resonate with them. And you don't want your morale and your energy getting spent on people who are pessimistic. Watch this, especially if you're new, especially if you're just starting out. Why? Because their belief that life sucks, their belief that they're a loser might be stronger than your belief in the possibilities of life. So now you questioning your own sanity. If you're new, be very careful about keep following up with losers. Now, what do I mean by loser? They have a word for people that expect to win. They call them winners. And then they have a word for people who expect to lose. You get what I'm saying to you? And my point is that at the end of the day, if you're brand new and your own belief is fragile, if you know you got a brand new teammate and their belief is fragile, be cautious about sending them out into the jungle to deal with people who have much stronger belief in the negativity of the world because they've seen so much evidence of it. Their job sucks. All their friends suck. Their relationship sucks. Their car sucks. Their neighborhood sucks. Their children suck. Shall I continue? So they've got a real strong belief and they've got a whole lot of evidence backing up their perspective that life is horrible. Why would I keep on following up with that person? Especially, somebody write this in the comments, you got unlimited leads and very limited time. You should write that down. We've all got unlimited leads and very little time. Now, Hazik, what you mean by unlimited leads? Well, I'm explaining in a minute, but I want you to write that down. I want to make sure this resonates with you. Give it to me. You have unlimited leads and very limited time. Somebody give it to me. You have unlimited leads and very limited time. So what do I mean by unlimited leads? Yeah, Miss Banks, check this out. You about to love this, girl. You about to love this. What do I mean by unlimited leads? Check this out. Check this out. Do you know that every post that you put up on social media can be an excuse for you to grab a new lead? Can you dig that? Check it out. What if you follow this formula? Somebody type this in, GCI. GCI. It goes gratitude, compliment, and then icebreaker. Somebody give it to me. GCI. This is what I mean by unlimited leads and very limited time. We already know our time is finite. Before we know it, it's the weekend again. Anybody else feel like that? I swear it was just last weekend and it's already the weekend again. Right? You look up, bills is already due again, right? You look up, it's already time for you to pick up your babies again. Am I right? I mean, time is just slipping. Check this out. Gratitude, compliment, and then an icebreaker. This is how you can turn everybody into a lead. So when's the last time somebody followed you? Probably yesterday, the day before. Hey, when's the last time somebody liked the post? They probably liked the post of you going out to dinner better than they liked the post about your business, right? Well, check it out. Here's what you can do. Everybody that likes that post, you can follow the formula of GCI. Gratitude, compliment, icebreaker. So it goes like this. They like the post of you out with your puppy, you know, and then you're like, man, thanks for the support. Listen, I wanted to say, now you don't have to do it like this, but this is the gratitude part. Man, thanks a lot for the support. I really appreciate it. I'm going to support you back too. Then you might go to a compliment. I was seeing on your page that you do blank. Man, I love blank. How is that working out for you? Right? Or hey, I see that you like blank. I love blank too. You know what I mean? I'm into that. How long have you been into blank? Or you say, man, I see you do such and such. Man, that's got to be a dream job. I always said if I could do it over, then I would do that, right? We're complimenting them. And then comes the icebreaker. Hey, listen, I wanted to send you this quick note or this quick video. Maybe you even record a video that gives these same sentiments. Like, hey, I just wanted to send you something real quick. I know there's a lot of scammers out here on social media. This is really me. I'm in my real living room. And for me, I might say, hey, my name's Haziq Ali. I'm a one-stop shop for entrepreneurs. We're like an ecosystem for business owners. We got the business funding. We got the business credit. I also train entrepreneurs every morning. I have an Inc. 5000 fastest growing company in America. We have an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. And we do everything in the world of funding and money, funding and credit. I don't want to sound salesy, but hey, I just wanted you to know. And I don't want to leave anybody behind. Anybody that follows me, there's no reason for you to have any issues with your finances, blah, blah, blah. If you've been looking for somebody like that, that person is me, so hit me up anytime. And then I'm out of there. What did I just do? Now they know what I do. They know where I'm coming from. And every post I put up is beginning to compound that information in their head. And before you know it, I got somebody to check in with. Now I can inbox them like, hey, I just wanted to check. Or now I can like their post, etc., so forth. But it started with gratitude. Then I gave them a compliment. And then I go to the icebreaker. Does that make sense for somebody out there? Because you have unlimited leads and very limited time. So why would I follow up with losers? Why would I keep wasting my time on people with pessimism? Why would I keep on wasting my morale trying to convince people that they can be more than they believe they can be? Don't you know your fears become your limits? If you don't face your fears, they become your limits. This person has limits. I don't. We don't vibe. Let me move on. You got me? Because there are unlimited leads and very limited time. Let me spend my time with somebody that appreciates it. Y'all get what I'm saying? Is that making sense to you for real? If that made sense, give me a number 3. If you finish taking notes on that, we're going to keep on bouncing. We're going to keep on bouncing. We're going to keep on bouncing. Let's go. Did that make sense to somebody? Yeah, Jazz. I'm glad you made it in. Jazzy's juice in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Her real name is Jamie, but we call her Jazzy. Glad you made it in this morning, Queen. All right, y'all finished with that one? Hey, Haziq, I know we have spenders. I know we have hoarders. I know we have risk takers, etc. What is your money philosophy? Man, that's a really good question. What is you guys' money philosophies? Do you find that you're more of a spender? Do you find you're more of a hoarder? Are you a risk taker? There's a couple other categories. We'll do a training on that. But where do you guys stand? Here's how I feel since they asked me the question. I feel like you should always save more money than you think you need. That's my philosophy. I feel like you should save more money than you think you need. Life is unexpected. And in the future, your tastes are probably going to be more expensive, not less expensive. So not worrying about money tomorrow is worth way more than whatever you could buy today. Does that make sense? So that's my philosophy. I hope that was helpful. All right. If you're ready for number 4, give me a number 4 and a share. Give me a number 4 and then share this with somebody. I feel like, at the end of the day, a penny saved is a penny earned. You know what I mean? And what's more is I believe that more of us need to stop using commercial banks. That's Bank of America. That's Wells Fargo. That's Chase. That's Navy Federal Credit Union. That's, you use these for different purposes, especially when you start talking about credit unions, right? But you only want to keep the money in those places that you need to make it day to day. You have to get to a place where when you get some extra money coming in from your side hustle, or you get some extra money coming in from, you tuck away pieces of it into an investment account. So instead of Chase and Wells Fargo and Bank of America, you want to think Charles Schwab. You want to think Merrill Lynch. You want to think, name me some more investment banks, y'all. You see them all the time when you drive past these strip malls and whatnot, right? Price Waterhouse, you see them everywhere. All right. Here's number 4. Here's number 4, Fidelity. Thanks, Chris. All right, here's number 4. I love the idea of running my own business, but I just don't have time. I have 3 kids. I have a job that's very demanding, and I don't want to make excuses, but sometimes I'm just flat out exhausted. Yeah, T. Rowe Price. T. Rowe Price. That's the one I was trying to think of, Keith. Appreciate that, King. T. Rowe Price, Fidelity. That's right. Charles Schwab, Merrill Lynch. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Man, I love the millionaire minded. You know what I mean? So that's what you want to do. Those are called investment banks. You know, take $500 in there and get busy. Okay, number four, I love the idea of running my own business, but I just don't have time. I have 3 kids. I have a job that's super demanding, and I don't want to make excuses, but sometimes I'm just flat out exhausted. I'm just flat out exhausted. All right. So, first of all, I totally get it. I empathize with you. I don't want to sound like one of the people them fake motivational channel, like just do it. You know what I mean? Like worrying is for losers, sleep is for suckers. Even though my man Shans is my dog. But he'll even tell you that, if he could do it over, maybe he would, because you need sleep. But here's my point to you. I totally get it. I understand where you're coming from, but here's the insight for you. Whenever I think to myself, I don't have enough time to do that, what I usually mean is I don't have enough energy. Or what I usually mean is I ain't actually interested in doing this. Keep this in mind, y'all. Slave plantations didn't have barbed wire. Slave plantations didn't have landmines somewhere keeping everybody from running away. Nah, it was more like a combination of mental chains and physical exhaustion. That's what kept people from running away. It's the same thing with your job. See, this is the thing. Most people think that slavery is over because most people think slaves work for free. But slaves never worked for free. Slaves worked for just enough food, just enough clothing, just enough shelter to make it back to the plantation the next day. Some people even call their job today the plantation. So I contend that slavery didn't end, slavery transformed. And therefore, the same rules apply. You can buy your own freedom, but you're going to have to fight through the exhaustion. You're going to have to break the mental chains. Am I making sense to somebody out there? If that makes sense, somebody say break the mental chains. Break the mental chains. Now, where am I going with this? What I need to do is not a better job of managing my time. What I need to do a better job of is managing my priorities. Instead of me trying to manage my time, what I got to do is a better job of caring for myself and identifying my true interest, or what it is about what I'm doing that interests me. Because what interests me probably ain't the six-pack. What interests me probably ain't the sit-ups. What interests me probably ain't the cutting all the sugar out of my diet. What interests me is probably the six-pack. You get me? Usually, we have to train ourselves to enjoy the sowing season. We have to train ourselves to fall in love with the process, because normally what we love is the outcome. Normally what we can't wait for is the results. So what I got to do is ask myself, okay, this job is not the greatest, my manager isn't the greatest, or my coworkers kind of get on my nerves, but why am I here? What am I doing that interests me? What am I learning? Because I'm not at the job for the bill collectors. I'm at the job to be a skill collector, because I understand that gold ain't valuable because it's beautiful. Gold is valuable because it serves, right? Like gold is in all the electronic components and everything. It's just an incredible conductor of electricity. That's why gold is valuable. It's not like diamonds where all the value is fake, where they store all the diamonds somewhere to manufacture scarcity, when really diamonds ain't really nothing. You know what I mean? They can make diamonds in a lab. You get me? But gold is valuable, not because it's beautiful. Gold is valuable because it serves. So the more skills I build in myself, the more I can serve, the more valuable I can become. Boom. Now I just got more passionate about this job. Well, I can do the same thing with my business. I don't need to do a better job of managing my time. What I need to do is a better job of self-care and identifying my true interest. Check it out. What is it about what I'm doing that interests me? What am I afraid of? What gives me hope and power? My point is, when I'm well rested and when I'm working on something I'm really excited about, finding time is rarely the problem. Somebody drop some fire emojis if that resonates with you. And then we're going to get the number 5. Is this making sense? Is this making sense? All right, here's the last one I got for you. Somebody asked me for number 5. How do you know how soon to follow up? How do you know how soon to follow up? I tell them in a minute, man, it's really all about what you say. If anybody wants this training I did on upfront contracts, I got it for you. But upfront contracts are super important. So if you're saying, yo, how soon do I follow up? Maybe you start off by saying, is it okay if I check back in with you in 3 weeks? Would it be all right if I check back in with you in 3 days? Would it be okay if I check back in with you, hey, in a month, right? I might ask him in advance. And then here's the cold part. Here's the cold part that a lot of people miss, right? The cold part is what you want to do, right? What you want to do is put it in your calendar. I got certain students that keep a month at a glance calendar on their refrigerator. I got other students that put it in their phone. Hey, when you type it in Facebook Messenger, it'll mess around and you say 7:30 on Monday and it'll create that calendar thing for you. Anybody ever experienced that? Say me. You'll be typing in a messenger and it'll automatically create a calendar link for you and a reminder. Facebook Messenger is a dog. So I say that to say, you ain't got to learn some new app, whatever works. You can use pen and paper, right? My bottom line is just put it in a calendar, because what most people do is they don't follow up at all. Y'all ever heard my follow-up story about how often somebody's buying temperature goes up and down in a single day? Right? Anybody ever seen my story about that? Sometimes I'll be chopping it up with him about, right? Like homie was on his way to work. And I call him. It was a bad time. It would have been a bad time to call him then, because he's excited about his job. But then he gets to the job and he finds out half the office is getting laid off. You know what just happened? Great time to call. Like now all of a sudden he's like, wow, you called it the perfect time, right? But then around lunchtime, he found out that he's in the half of the office that gets to keep their job. He's like, yes, so now if I call, it's a bad time. But then that evening he discovers, hey, you get to keep your job, but you're going to have to commute back and forth between Florida and California. And you're going to have to do that a week every month. Oh, snap. I hate this. My kid just now started baseball. I ain't with it. So now if I'd have called at that point, it was a perfect time again. What's my point? Their buying temperature goes up and down like this in a single day. Imagine a week. Imagine over the course of a month. What's my point? It's all about timing. Somebody give it to me. It's all about timing. Write that in your notes. It's all about timing, because once you understand that, you won't take it so personal. Like I told you. Yeah. So if you want that training, just hit me up in the inbox. I got your back. Hit me up in the inbox. I got your back. All right. That's what's up. Yeah. It's all about timing, y'all. And so it looks like we out of time. Speaking of timing, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, this past week, we had a lot of fun. On Monday, if you missed Monday, we went over mental toughness, 5 different tricks for mental toughness. On Tuesday, we did 5 tips for mentorship that produces earners, 5 secrets of mentorship that produces earners. Like we were talking about dramatic listening and all of this stuff. Some of that we kind of went over on last night's class too. Wednesday, Marketing Wednesday this week, we covered 5 marketing lessons from Apple Computer. We went deep into what Apple Computer did. And, there's probably a bunch of stuff you'll be able to pull from that for your business. And then on Thursday, we covered the 5 levels of leadership and how to climb them. We went from the very first level of leadership, which is position leadership, where they follow you because they have to. And then we went all the way up to level 5, which is pinnacle leadership, where they follow you because of what you represent. So if you missed all of those, make sure you go back to that training. You're going to love it. And today was Free Coaching Friday. I hope you got a lot out of this too. Now we're about to take it over there to Instagram, baby. And what we're going to do is some affirmations. I know a lot of times we hear about affirmations, but a lot of people don't do them. Listen, I don't have no superpowers. I don't have no college degree even. For me to be where I am is a testament to the power that God gave us to use our words to create our environment. I am here to tell you there's a miracle right under your nose. It's called your mouth. You'll get that later. All right, but I love y'all. And remember, either your mind has to expand to match your goals, or your goals will just start to shrink to match your mind. Come meet us on Instagram in 1 minute. My name is Haziq Ali, and my Instagram is Mr. Haziq Ali. Let's get it.